This is the CitizenLink Report.
If you find our insights helpful, would you support our video efforts? Your gift of $25 or more goes a long ways. Covers the crew, lights, cameras, all that. Just click on Donate. Thanks from all of us. Christian students are sharing God's design for relationships in public schools. This is the CitizenLink Report. I'm Stuart Shepard along with Candi Cushman, who watches over a project we have called the Day of Dialogue. Hi, Candi.
Hi, Stuart.
This is a focus on the family project that we're talking about. Tell us what it's about. What's it do?
Well, Day of Dialogue is really designed to give students the confidence when they walk in their public school that they don't have to leave their faith behind, that their faith is a core part of who they are, and they can be confident in expressing their faith, their deeply held religious convictions when they walk in that school to their classmates, that they have free speech rights and religious freedoms to do that. And we especially want to give them that confidence and that support when so many times in public schools today, they're running up against discussions about sexuality, about sexual identity, about gender, bullying, all that stuff. And so this event equips them to articulate a biblical worldview in a loving and respectful way and just give them the confidence that the gospel of Christ really speaks into these issues.
Now, some of the students got together and put together a video, kind of a trailer for the event. We want to share it with you because it's pretty good. Look at this.
I have a voice.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
Let's get the conversation started.
They did a remarkable job.
They really did, Stuart. These are students that are about 17 to 19 that were involved in putting this video together, and we let them take the lead, and this is what they came up with, and it's excellent. It's neat to see how they brought about that idea in a really moving way, that the ability to speak out, to express what's in your heart and your convictions brings freedom. And it brings freedom not only to you, but to other people in your school. And so that's what this video is all about.
And I think students often in public school, particularly Christian students, feel like they're the only one and nobody seems to agree with their point of view. And it's good to bring them together and help them understand there are many students who feel the way they do about how relationships should be formed.
That's right, and the tools that we have available for Day of Dialogue, which by the way is happening in schools nationwide April 18th, Thursday, April 18th, we've got tools to help them exercise those religious freedoms and free speech rights. And we've got things like a conversation card, which they can distribute to their classmates before and after class. And that card basically get students talking about the idea, what if there's a God and He cares? What if He cares about our relationships, our sexuality, our souls? What if there is a God, and how does that impact what we do with our lives? And so We've got that conversation card, downloadable t-shirt designs and posters, all designed to help them express their viewpoint in a loving way with their classmates.
Now, we've talked about a lot of reasons why this event is necessary, but one more reason is there's another event that happens in public school done by other organizations called the Day of Silence that has a very different worldview.
Right. The Day of Silence is also happening around the same time in lots of schools, and this is an event sponsored by one of the largest homosexual activist groups in the nation that's sole goal is targeting kids in school with its messages. And on this event, what happens is students take a vow of silence throughout the day, proclaiming their solidarity with this goal's messages. And, you know, on the surface, it sounds really good, you know, that they're taking a vow of silence to stand with gay, lesbian, and transgender victims. And, you know, we agree that no one should be harmed or harassed for any reason whatsoever. Christian students should be the first to stand up against bullying for any reason.
Absolutely.
But what's happening is during this event, a lot of times classroom teachers are encouraged to have homosexual-themed materials, transgender-themed materials out in their classroom. Students have been encouraged to lobby for things like a queer-friendly prom, and that's Glissan's words, not ours. But so there can be a pressure cooker situation for students of faith. And so Day of Dialogue, you know, rather than emphasizing silence, it's great because it emphasizes open dialogue, conversations. Let's have a free exchange of ideas and let everyone's views come to the table.
So the idea is that every student gets to share a point of view, including a Christian worldview.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
you've got a contest going on with this. Tell us what that's about.
Yeah, well, this year, I love this. Students can have a chance to win these great wristbands. They have Let's Talk on one side and the URL, dayofdialogue.com, on the other side. And it's great because students can win these for their student group. It's a way of continuing the conversation in their school. And all they have to do to enter the contest is just submit a 2 to 3 sentence statement about how they're going to use the wristbands, and then register at least 5 students at their school. It can include themselves. And so it's really easy to enter, and it's a great way to keep the conversation going in your school.
What are your goals for this year? How will you know if it's successful?
You know, Stuart, our goals are really to give students the confidence, like I was saying, that the power of the gospel to speak into even the most sensitive issues, to give them the confidence that they don't have to hide their faith, they don't have to hide who they are, that we do have a constitution, yes, it does still exist in our public schools, that free speech rights still exist there, and this gives them the tools to exercise those. Because, you know, the quickest way to lose our religious freedoms and our free speech rights is not to exercise them. And the goal of this event is to equip students to use those rights.
And we want to give you a chance to give the website one more time if anybody wants to learn more about this.
That's dayofdialogue.com. Just go to the top of the website and click on the Register Today button, dayofdialogue.com.
And the date is?
April 18th.
April 18th. All right, Candi, thank you for sharing with us and keeping us up to date with what students around the country are doing. And thank you for watching. We do appreciate hearing from you. You may always write to us at mail@citizenlink.com. Do take some time and pray for the students who are taking part in this event. Pray that they'd be bold, but that they'd also be clear and that their message would be warmly received, even by people who don't agree. And remember, stand tall and be heard.